McCormick, and he just top 8 in the states of New Jersey. So yeah.
Okay, we'll get into it. Okay, so I'm playing Universe 7 Gohan Leader. Really, the Universe 7 trait was great, and just if you combo with the Universe 7 guy while they're out, you get to draw 2 cards, untap 2 on Awaken, and on the other side, same deal, Universe 7, when you combo with it, draw 2 cards, and then you can also combo in rest mode with the Universe 7 guys. So with that, got that.
Does the untap 2 come in handy?
Oh yeah, on Awaken? Yeah, I do that all the time. That's if your leader draws cards anyway, that's what I prefer to have on Awaken. If your leader doesn't draw cards, you need to draw 2 on Awaken, but that's basically how I would do that. Okay, so for the actual cards, I'll start with the Universe 7 stuff. Played 4 Master Roshi. Just negate Universe 7, so you don't have to pay the specified cost. 4 ready to fight Son Goku. He searches your Universe 7 guys, and he's a 1-drop that you can just play and then put him on the board for Gohan's effect. You play him 1 turn, combo with him, draw the cards. Indomitable Link Piccolo. I'll get into more of the stuff he searches, but when he comes out, he searches a Son Gohan Adolescence.
How was this today? This is a very heavy cost for.
I know it seems like a lot, but actually it's just you basically, for the most part, I played it when I had 3 energy, and it's then at least you leave room open for a negate. He's green energy, so you can play full power energy pretty easily, which is nice. And yeah, it's a little bit of a hefty cost, but actually the Gohan deck, it makes a lot of sense to play him. I probably would not play him in any other deck right now. Maybe Namekian, I'm not sure. I don't really play Namekian, but I like the other blue decks. I would not play this card.
He's cute, Namekian's. He's cute because he can be played off Namek, but besides that, he has
if they gave like one of the Gohans Namekian keyword, maybe, because then at least you could search another Namekian, but it doesn't completely make sense either. Okay, this is Backbone of Universe 7 Goku. He's a super combo. The super combo on 5 is nice because you really, with the untap 2 on Awaken leaders, if you can hold off on Awakening on your opponent's turn and try and Awaken on your turn just to put extra pressure on your turn, that's what you'd prefer to do. So this is nice that you can do it at 5, so you don't have to even get into the Awakening range. Okay, and then for Piccolo targets, I have 3 Indomitable Links Son Gohan. I'm going to actually put out the other 2 too, the Burst Attack Gohans. I think I only had 2 of these today. I just didn't have a chance to get the other ones yet. So I'd probably switch to 3 of this and 2 of this. This card's awesome. This card's really like one of the best cards right now. Critical and draws 2 whenever he attacks, basically. And you can kind of finesse your hand if you want to just discard some cards just to get down to the 4. Get a couple combos in, get some extra damage in that you wouldn't have thought you would get in, and then he just gets to draw cards to replace it. So I would probably swap over to 3 of this guy and 2 of this. But this was fine for today. This killed a lot of good stuff, so I'm not going to complain about that. There's not a ton of barrier right now, so you can get away with a lot. This is At All Cost Vegeta. The guy that won the 1K event in Boston, I guess, was playing the blue Gohan instead, and the idea, I guess, was blue energy that you could search off the Piccolo. I didn't think I needed any more targets for Gohan, so I left it at least 5 and then would swap those 5 around. And I didn't really feel like I ever ran it. I never whiffed Piccolo, so I think 5 Gohans is fine, or you could even put 1 more of each of these or whatever. So I played Vegeta as the other blue. Honestly, I did not get a chance to play him that much this game. Today, he was okay, but I think the format's a little too fast for him right now. So he's a great card, and for other decks might be good, but for Gohan, right now I'm not seeing him in the main. Possibly side, I like to kill like Bergamo or something for the mono blue decks, but right now I'm not seeing him in the main.
Yeah, did you at least get the triple strike with this guy or no?
I did get it a couple times, but he usually just got negated, so for what that's worth, it didn't really help that much.
Yeah.
But popping a card is nice, and I used him to Awaken once, so it was okay. He's definitely not a bad card, I'm not saying that. It's just, I think this deck does other stuff and it wants to do other stuff. You might as well stick with what this deck is better at to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay, then out of the Universe 7, we're playing like just the more aggressive cards. For Kava, that's pretty normal nowadays. I'm not playing Trunks though, the Intensifying Power Trunks. This deck has other stuff it wants to do besides just put 1-drop threats on the board and you play my Gokus, my Piccolos, and then play some Gohans. So I don't play both, but he's self-awakened, he puts in damage, so
I'm curious. Do you have any other specific reasons for not running the Trunks, or is it just that?
Trunks as opposed to Kappa, you mean? Or?
Yeah, Trunks as opposed to Kappa.
Okay, well, yes, like I said, I don't play both, but I do like the Kappa. Actually, the Kappa, a lot of the time, I don't like rush into playing him early. I'm not like the Flute decks where I'm trying to bounce it back, play it, and play Kappa like 2 or 3 times in a turn. He's like, later in the game, I might play 1 or 2 Kabbas, and just try and push for game with him. So it's basically, this deck has a lot of ways to do double strike, and that's how you get your wins. You get double strikes in. So the Trunks as the critical is great, but I just didn't feel like you needed it. And this deck is based off the Boston guy's deck, the guy who won the 1K in Boston. So I'm sorry, I don't know his name off the top of my head, but up to him on that. He also didn't play the Trunks. I see why after playing the deck. Definitely, it's I like the Kappa instead of the Trunks, and I didn't feel like you needed both. 3 Champas. That's a lot of the blue decks are playing that right now, but this is also the Boston deck is playing it. Great card. Really nice on this to get the double strike critical. Otherwise, the leader can just swing for game. I killed somebody with this and a Roshi at some point, so this is you can do some stuff with Champa. So great card, 1 energy double strike, and it fits with this deck very well.
Yeah.
Okay, untapping energy. These are Trunks and Sensu Bean. These are, I feel a lot of the blue decks are playing this right now, so these are no surprise. But untap energy. Sensu Bean had its problems because of this deck doesn't run that much blue energy, but it's still like you can survive aggressive pushes with it. So I didn't play a lot of like the typical blue decks today, like no SS3 GT, no Hoodagar, no Trunks. So it's hard to tell. I think this would be more necessary for that.
Yeah.
But the decks I did play other types of SS3, and I did play, I think, an SS3 red blue. So this was generally helpful, and you can use it to untap energy. 3 Videls. Same deal. I was considering putting it to 4, but I really don't think you want to have 4 of those because it just gets in the way of other cards you could be drawing. But 3 was great. You could just play her as a blocker, just sit her on the board. She's free because your leader is Universe 7 Gohan. Excuse me, because it's Sun Gohan Adolescence. So if you're a leader or you have a Sun Gohan Adolescence in your battle area, you can play her for free. So I can just play her anytime, kind of like the way Trunks plays Mona right now.
Did this help you win any games? Like, someone went for triple strike?
I think I swung with her with the theme of the day was like swinging with 5,000 guys and going chomp per game. So I did play her at some point for that, and otherwise, yeah, she was just great as a blocker. She's basically in the gate you don't have to pay the energy for. So yeah, no complaints about her overall. She really did a good job. For Unbreakable Spirit Son Goku, I wasn't sure about this, and I toyed around with siding it in and out. It was good. It's super combo draw card basically. It's tough to leave the energy open for it, but it works well with the leader with the untap 2 on Awaken. So if you need to defensively, you can do that. I had to do that a couple times today. So no complaints about this card. Good card, spread energy for Kaba, and then you don't have to charge this guy or this guy. So no complaints though. I named 2 full power energy. This and the Vegeta were kind of departures from what the Boston deck was playing. The Boston deck was playing flutes, and yeah, I figured with the green energy, because I was running 3 of these Gohans and 4 of these, I could do the negate. I could do the negate easily enough. So yeah, this actually was pretty useful today too. I got to pop a lot of 1-drops. I think Cabra Trunks came on the board. I saw a couple decks had like one deck I played had a Bulma in it, the 1-drop red Bulma. So anything like that, this is great for. It's just another negate. I did feel like I needed more negates in this deck. I didn't feel like Roshi was enough, so I actually did like playing the 2 of these. So the one thing I would stick with, I would not stick with the Vegeta change, but I would stick with this instead of Flute. I didn't really feel like I needed Flute. I don't feel like that works with the deck, but I can see why you would play it too, because you can like Flute Kappa just to push for game.
Yeah, but I drew most of my games, but every game that I actually won was usually using this. Some combination of this and Roshi.
Yeah.
It was really stupid, and this really gets rid of the Harudagarn strategy, because Harudagarn strategy is to like 1-drop, swing, and then recycle it a billion times, and when they don't get that access, that's very powerful.
I was testing it against my brother, and he was playing Harudagarn, and Shout out to Tyler, by the way. And yeah, this was great for that. So these are the main. There's a couple more negates. I thought it was helpful, and I don't think flute is needed, but I still have to play around with it more. I haven't been playing this that long, so I can't really say like definitively.
I mean, like the strong play in this deck that if I were to play it, what I would do a lot is flute, leave Roshi on the board.
Yeah, put him in, I get the Roshi.
Yeah, flute back to Roshi. So
Yeah, I think it's not worth it to do that because you could just play more negates. So that's kind of my thinking on why we would just play full power energy instead. And I charge Piccolo early all the time, so I usually have a green energy open for that.
Alright.
And then just the last of the overwhelms. So I split it up today. I only had one mirror on me, so I played Mirror Creative Absorb. This thing is insane.
Oh my god.
This thing, when you overwhelm, it's deflects, so you can't be Crusher Balled or Cold Bloodlust if you face the Yellow Leader. And when he comes out, he gains 5,000 power for each card in your warp. So you have to warp at least 4 to play him, and then after that, he's 80, 90, 100,000, like crazy numbers. And then if you swing with him and they don't have a negate or a blocker, he's gonna hit. And if you have Champa, then he's gonna hit for 2.
Yeah, is he an overwhelm 4 or is he an overwhelm 7?
Yeah, no, he's 4.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he's not too expensive to play. You can very easily just drop cards in your discard pile if you need to, just to get the 4.
Yeah, I saw you get like 105 with this and the Champa.
Yeah, I was at 105. I went up to 95 and then combo with Champa for double strike. So that was this guy's really good. I probably would play more of him, but I'm not sure. I split up 1 and 2. I played 2 Scientist Fu, and Scientist Fu is just double strike, draw 2 cards, so always a good card. I would consider doing either just, I think the Boston deck played just 3 mirrors. I would consider that, or like a 2-1 split. I'm not usually a fan of having one-ofs in the deck, but like, you could get away with this. The thing I did like about Fu and Mira is like really, I only really wanted to play Mira once per game, just to go for a kill. But if I could draw him more often, it would be helpful. So I would consider switching like one of these out for a second Mira. Or possibly the third Mira. The third Mira worked for the guy in Boston, so I can't complain about that. Okay, well that's the main deck anyway. Yeah, so Vegeta's a good card. I would possibly play him in side deck, but that's the big thing. That's kind of like the weird choice right now, and I wasn't thrilled with it today, so I wouldn't keep it in the main deck right now.
It's blue energy, so it's not.
It's at worst it's blue energy, and I didn't want to play the Focus Mind Sun Gohan. He's blue energy also, and he's searchable by Piccolo, but he doesn't do anything else.
Well,
so
yeah,
I'm not really gonna like cast the blue Gohan. So I would consider playing blocker Piccolo. A friend recommended that to me today.
Yeah.
So the blue 15,000, he goes to 20,000 before energy. Yeah. I would consider that. I don't know if you want to do that because this deck wants to actually play stuff that can attack, but that's a thought.
I saw someone play Shun expecting all SS3 and blue, and the dude actually won using Shun because Shun was 30k for the rest of the turn. Oh my god.
That's pretty good. You know, there's enough blue leaders now, again, that is worth siding Shun possibly. So I have to look at the card though. I can't. It's a blocker and it gets 15,000 power if it's
a blue leader.
If it's attack when there's a blue leader or something.
Yeah.
I gotta look at that. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So anyway, that actually would be a side deck card you could possibly play in here too. I mean, you have a lot of blockers already, but yeah. So that's it for the main deck. Do you want to go to the side?
Yeah.
Sure. Let me scoop this up.
Did you? How much did you side today? If at all.
I did side for sure, and mostly siding Vegeta out. So no, I definitely sided. I'll go over kind of what was important to side. I had this in. I took it out of the deck that the Boston guy played. That was just a fallback for me to put it back in case I realized I screwed up. I did not side this in, so I don't think you need to side. If you're not going to go flute, just don't go flute. Just make room in your side deck for other stuff.
You know, the funny part is that a lot of people wish they had flute against my deck because of Android 16. So like, because they'll bounce my Android 16 with flute.
Okay, yeah. Oh, there's other ways to deal with that stuff though. I mean, for me, I could play the Gohan that pop stuff.
Yeah.
So there's options for that. Yeah. I still wouldn't play this just for bouncing opponent stuff. It's just because it's just a -1. Then you do get the tempo swing, but it's otherwise I think it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I played the 2 Chronoas. I draw a lot of cards, so I didn't feel like I needed 3 or 4. And I didn't play a yellow deck, so I didn't wind up siding it. If you play a yellow deck, it's good. I mean, I had a friend Zev, he said think he played against Demon Veggies, sided for Cronoa, and just won basically because of that. So it's definitely worth Cronoa. This deck draws enough cards that I think 2 is fine. 3 if you could take out a flute for a third one if you wanted to. And yeah, I mean, just solid card right now. Don't stop siding this because otherwise Ginny will come back. So.
Yeah.
2-dimensional banish for Fu. This is pretty. A lot of people are playing this aside right now. It's pretty standard. If you go up against a deck that plays big guys that don't have barrier, he warps. When he comes in, he's over on 5 and he warps anything. Most of the time, if I were siding him in, I would just side out to Scientist Fu.
Okay.
And I sided him a lot. I would actually, it's almost to the point where you could main him, get away with maining him, but I think it's better to just play Scientist Fu and mirror in the main, and then some matchups he's less useful for, so.
Yeah.
The other 2 full power energy, just to put me up to 4. I would consider going to 4 in the main deck, but I don't think I have room to fit more cards. But I think 2 negates was fine in the main, and then I did sign into this for certain matchups, and it was great. So no complaints there. 2 Destructive Disc Krillin, another Universe 7 card. You rip a life, and you get to kill 3 cost worth of stuff. It was okay. Yeah. It's kind of nice sometimes against apes if they're stacking up the Videls and the 1-drops. Like if they play a Videl and a Bardock and they both stay on the board, he can wipe them out. So he does some stuff. Basically, I played Fu. I think Fu's the better pick over Mass Saiyan. So he's like a baby Mass Saiyan that you could play. He was okay. I think I would still side him, but I wasn't thrilled with the performance, so I'd have to look at that again.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 infinite energy, enter at 18. That's a Universe 7, and it's your combo for 1 for 10,000 and put it into play afterward.
Why do you side this?
These kinds of cards used to come in handy in certain matchups. They still kind of do. Like a lot of aggro matchups that just play a lot of like little guys. You can combo this, survive the attack, don't take the damage, and then she can just start hunting them down next turn. Like Kappas and Trunks, so she can just run them over. So yeah, this was. It was solid in the matchups I played it in. If you see a Topo, I would not side this because he'll just go hunting these, so it just does the opposite of what's supposed to. So you see somebody playing Topos or Blue-Red SS3, I wouldn't side these at all. I learned that the hard way today. But yeah, she's good for certain matchups. I can't really give you a good example off the top of my head, so that's another card I'm probably going to reevaluate. But I think this is the right call still. And then 2 for Seeing Hit. And just good against more control-y decks. You can rip their super combos out when you're trying to push for game. Another double striker. So like I said, the theme of the deck is basically doing double strike with stuff. So if you get a hit, you get an overwhelm, and you get a chomp of something, you just push with a bunch of double strike and you rip their hand out first. So and 2 is fine. 2, you draw a lot of cards, so you see the 2, and turn 4 is kind of like late game now, as weird as that is. Turn 4 or 5 are later in the game. So that's plenty of time to get to him. And that's it for the side deck. So the side deck's more a work in progress. The main deck, I think, if you swap the Vegetas out for something else blue, probably good. And then I'm working on it more for the
Hey, out of curiosity, did you ever get to this hit?
Did I ever play him?
Yeah.
No, but it's only because the matchups where I sided him, I sided him in, I just literally didn't draw him. So I just did not have luck drawing him today.
Wow.
So.
And did you find that? Did you get into any Rasa decks?
No, not today. I did. I haven't played since I started playing Universe 7 Gohan. I haven't played against any deck that's playing any Laza. So I played it with like a Mecha Frieza deck. Locals did not go well, so the deck was actually pretty strong.
Yeah.
There was a blue-green Soul Striker.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Now I have a lot of opinions.
Good player, good deck. But. I feel like that deck can't keep up with the overly aggressive meta, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't tested that or seen it tested against anything yet.
I feel like right now Star Goku is not very good because crit hurts it really hard.
It's pretty bad. I guess SS3 would probably be the way to go, but even that, I'm not sure just because turn 4, if you can survive till turn 4 well enough and then you start dropping Analyzes and Piccolos on the board, it's insane. So that definitely is good. It's just a matter of whether you can keep up with the very aggressive cards being played right now. At this stage, there weren't as many straight up blue-red SS3 leaders playing the Trunks flute, Kappa flute, or at least not that I played. So for me, you probably like if I had played that deck with the matchups I had, I probably could have done okay because I wasn't facing a heavy aggro.
Yeah.
So I could have gotten to turn forward, just drop Analyze the board, and start profiting off of it.
Yeah.
But if you did play that, I feel it would probably be a little slow, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So just as a heads up. Yep.
Thank you very much.
All right, no problem.
Tell them your name again and what's your place?
Sure, I'm Ryan McCormick, and I got top 8. I don't know exactly within top 8 what I got.
I think you got 6th place.
Sure, so 6th place. We'll say that. Anyway, yeah. All right. Well, thanks for having me on the channel, and I hope this helps.
All right. Thank you.
All right, bye.